Stephanie here with another Bibliaphos video, and today I am bringing you what I read in June and July. I read actually quite a bit of books. In the month of June, I actually read 7 books, and in the month of July, I read 7 books. So I'm pretty happy with that. 14 books in 1 month, although I did read more in February. Don't know how I read more in February, but I did. But let's get started. So one of the first books that I read in the month of June was I Am Number 4 by Pittacus Lore. This was a phenomenal book. I gave it 5 stars, and I'm definitely going to be reading the rest of the series because it was that good. I don't know why I waited so long to read it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I saw the movie and I hated the movie. Now that I read this, I really did hate the movie. And keeping up with my somewhat classic reading, I picked up Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. This, I listened to it on audiobook while I was reading it, because even though it's a small book, it has a hefty of a punch. I gave it 5 stars. I really did enjoy it, and it was happy, sad, melancholy, whatever you want to call it. It was a very good book, and I don't know why it took me so long to read it. The next book that I read, Mortal Engines by Philip Reeve. I do want to get the next books in the series. I can't wait to read them. And this book I gave 5 stars. I'm having a really good reading year. 5 stars so far for all of them. And this was phenomenal. I really enjoyed it. And it was a somewhat shorter book, so I was able to fly through it pretty quickly. The next book that I read, Incarceron by Catherine Fisher. This book was different. I did not expect the ending. I did not expect a lot of stuff that happened in here. I was expecting something completely different, but I was pleasantly surprised, so I did give it a 5 stars. And the next book, because it's only a duology, the next book I believe is called Seraphique. And I do own that. It's somewhere around here. And I will be reading it. And the next book that I read is actually one that I don't own, but I do have it on audiobook, and that is The Golden Compass. And that book, adorable book, adorable. I loved it. I loved listening to it. It was so good because it was done by multiple characters. It was actually like a radio show type of thing, and I absolutely enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to be going on with the rest of the series, and I gave it 5 stars. So, moving on. The next 2 books I read were actually books from my Bible, and I got a new Bible because this one is actually a coloring Bible, and I don't want to break into it quite yet, but I will be using it as like pictures and stuff. So I read 2 books out of here. I read Jeremiah and Lamentations. Both of them I gave 5 stars. I really enjoyed reading them. Check this out. I love my coffee cup. So that is what I read in the month of June. Let's move on to July. Now this month I read a lot of hefty books, a lot of larger books, and I finished up like I think a couple series. No, I did not. I finished one series and started one series and got into the middle of another series. So it's all over the place. But I did read 2 more books in my Bible. So 2 more. And I read Daniel and Ezekiel, both of which I gave 5 stars. Pretty much this whole month I gave 5 stars to everything. I enjoyed everything that I read. But that is what I read in my Bible. And the first book that I read, Inheritance by Christopher Paolini. This was a phenomenal book. It took me a few days to process the story in itself because it was good, but it was hard to watch at the same time, or hard to listen to at the same time, because you know you've gone through so much with these characters, and then to end it, I was heartbroken that it ended, and I had to process the whole story. But I did give it 5 stars. I love these books. I will reread them, and it was such a good book. I'm so happy that I got to finish this, and I will be continuing on with a different series. The next book that I read was The Yellow Brick War by Daniel Payne. This book I gave 5 stars. A lot of people are very much, you either like it or you hate it. I did enjoy it. There were some parts that were like annoying, but to me, if I actually have feeling for a book, like things annoy me, I get passionate about it, it gets exciting or it gets terrifying, to me that is good writing. That means that the author did a good job. So I gave it 5 stars because there were some things that I could see like, don't do that, but obviously it's a story, you gotta just keep reading and listening to it. So 5 stars definitely. Another book that I read, also 5 stars, was Hood by Stephen Lawhead. This book is a Robin Hood, obviously Hood, retelling set with like Welsh and Druid, Celtic, which I think should be Druid, I'm pretty sure, mythology put into it. Very interesting, very different. It's not the same old story. Very refreshing. I loved it. I will continue on the series. I do have the next book. And then the last book that I read, so good, so good. I don't know why I don't pick up these popular books because I'm loving them. Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh. I think that's how you say her last name. But love this book. Love, love, love this book. 5 stars definitely. We'll be reading the next series. Don't own it though. So I need to get it. But that is it. That is all that I read in the month of June and July. I'm pretty happy with that. So let me know what you think down in the comments down below, and follow me on Instagram so you can kind of keep up in the in-between stories, because I've been trying to do vlogs the last couple of times and I absolutely hate them because I forget between the days. So follow me on Instagram and you can catch the vlogs portions. Maybe I'll be able to actually be decently good at it, but as far as right now, I am really busy in my work schedules and I just don't have time to be able to dedicate to doing all that stuff right now. But I do have enough time for a couple 2-minute videos just to post on Instagram real quick. So do that, and I will see you in the comments down below. But until next time, guys, this is a Bibliophobe signing off.